In today's video, I am going to be sharing with you the specifics on how I teach my kids how to read. There's no book involved and not even a curriculum. It is just fun, interactive, engaging activities and games. And the best part of all is that you can school multiple kids. Hi there, I'm Rachel, and on this channel, I aim to give you the tips and tricks so you can tailor your kids' education and school the way you want. And if that sounds right up your alley, please consider subscribing to my channel and come join our community. We are continuing the How I Teach Reading series. This is video 3, but it does not matter the order in which you watch it because I'm just talking about the 4 different components and they all work together. Specifically today, I'm going to be going over how I introduce phonics concepts to my kids. This is the way that I taught my older son, and now it is the current way I teach my daughter, and it is moving beautifully. What is awesome about this technique or approach is that it is super fun and the kids don't even know they're learning. I'm really curious. Please comment down below. I'd love to hear what you are currently using right now to teach your kids how to read, and how is it going? Is it going well, or do you have some concerns or questions? When I first started to teach my oldest son how to read many years ago, it was going terribly. I tried curriculums and different programs and nothing really stuck. So back then I started a Pinterest account, not really knowing what to do. And I found some really great interactive activities and we started doing those. And once we started doing them, his grade level reading increased about 3 grade levels in just 4 to 6 months. It was insane how quickly he just advanced because he was going a little bit slower. That is when I just decided to go ahead and just use this approach solely and teach all the different phonics, and that way we weren't bogged down with books that weren't really working. So when it was time to teach my daughter how to read, well, we just stuck with the thing that worked before, and again, she is moving just as quickly through the entire process. Up until this point, I have done videos on sight words and now also my readers that I use to sort of assess where my kid is at that point. But now we're actually getting to what I like to call the core of this reading approach. And it really is that it is super phonics based. It's very heavy in phonics. So I highly recommend that your kid knows their letters backwards and forwards, can recognize them, can say them. Trust me right now, my youngest son, who just turned 4, is absolutely not ready. So I don't expect him to really do it at any age. In fact, I don't really expect anything of a certain age specifically, and I highly encourage you to not worry about your kid's age when it comes to learning to read. Every kid learns at a totally different age and a totally different pace. So what is phonics? Phonics, by definition, is a method of teaching people to read by correlating sounds with letters or groups of letters, an alphabetical writing system. Well, that sounds great, right? So kids learn how to say k, a, t, and blend it together to make cat. But how do they go from reading cat to reading a word, say like release? It is simple. I know it is strange, but you just play games. And you play games in a very strategic way, following the rules of the English language. Now, I will add the disclaimer that I do not have an education degree, so what I do give you is based on research as well as personal experience. So what are these phonics rules? Well, I don't know if you recognize the words digraph, trigraph, and diphthongs. No, I did not cuss, I promise. These are words that were totally Greek to me. I had no idea what they meant until just a few years ago when I started learning to teach my kids to read. I just researched, guys, and I don't want to sit here and spend a whole video talking about those words and what they mean. I am going to give you a file so you can read all about it, about all the research that I have done over the years, put into one place. And the best part about this file is I also tell you the suggested order in which I follow to teach my kids how to read. So all you have to do is download the file and play games. It is that simple. That is all you have to do to teach your kids how to read. So let's get to the games, because that's the funnest part. The first game is what I like to call Lego Word Stack, and it is a great activity when introducing a new phonics concept. All you have to do is grab a wet erase marker and some Legos. You need some single Legos and also some longer Legos. Okay, now we've talked about CK before. Do you remember what sound that makes? K. Very good. All right, I'm glad you remember that. So the beginning, that's an ending. A beginning is SL. Can you say S-L? What sound does the S and the L make? Sl, sl, sl. Can you say S-L, sl? S-L, sl.
Just like slow.
Just like what?
Slow.
Yeah, exactly. Just like slow. Very good. Excellent. The second game is called Vowel Jump, and I love to do this outside. A. What sound does the A make, Claire?
Rat. A. Rat.
Very good. For the vowel words game, you can just write the words on cards for inside the house if it's raining, or if it's a nice day outside, you can just write the words out on the sidewalk with some sidewalk chalk. For these are my daughter's words right now, because she is learning the short vowel sounds and all the different combinations that come with it. But at the same time, you can have another one of your kids who is learning something a bit more advanced and do things like long vowel sounds. All right, you have the long I sound. What's your word?
Night.
I'm sorry, what?
Night.
The third game is what I like to call just word cup spin. It is using foam coffee cups. It can be smaller ones. It can be these bigger ones, whatever you would like or can find in the store. And I actually label these on the side as to what specific ones they are. I do go into a little bit of detail inside my file that I talked about downloading. This would be blend, and then this is, I call this blend 2 because it is the second consonant of that blend. And so you just turn it to make the different sounds. What's great is you can use this for actually teaching phonics, and then later you can do it for spelling.
No.
Try again.
Drum.
So on each letter out.
Let's go for this. Drum. Drum.
The fourth game is called Sound Sort, and it's exactly how it sounds. We just sort by sounds. This can be vowel sounds, it can be beginning sounds, ending sounds, sounds. All the different kinds of phonics concepts can be used on the one game. All you do is grab something to write words on. I just happen to have some bus little tinker things that I had from another year that we never use, so we use those this year. We've also in the past done ping pong balls. You can absolutely use whatever you want, and you can write in dry erase on something, or you can write in marker, or the kids can write, or you have an older kid and they can write. However you want to do this, you have so many options. You can use different color containers. You can use some, I've also seen the different paper towel rolls, and then you just drop it down the paper towel roll, a ball that has a specific word on it. There's so much creativity open to this game.
Yes.
Got this word right here. Go ahead, read it for us. Okay.
Slack.
Very good. If you do end up doing this game, I want to know how you did it. Please join me on Instagram and tag me in your photos and show me all the different ideas you guys came up with. Game number 5 is missing letter. And my kids love this game because they love mysteries and they call it like mystery letter. And it's great. The kids have such a good time like pretending to be detectives. All you do is write some words on the board that have different sounds that are missing. You sort of write the word and erase it. Don't let them see it because I have to write it. Otherwise, it messes me up. And then you just erase. And where your eraser was is where they used a Post-it note that you have put on different letter sounds.
Are you just challenging me on this?
Yes, I am. So
Maybe this might work.
well, tell me what word it is. If you put it there, and then tell me you have to read the word.
I hope this works.
Okay. What sound does the E make? We're going to be working on our R-controlled words.
Splurge. What's splurge mean?
Splurge means to spend a lot of money on something.
Like as in, like that's in the third thing you do at that day.
Mm-hmm.
And N-E-R-V-E, nerve.
Nerve. Very good.
Like the nerves in your blood.
Very good. Excellent. Those are just 5 of the games and activities we play on a rotation usually. We do other activities and games, and if you follow us on Instagram, I'll actually be posting some pictures and videos of the other games that we do play, just so you have a overall scope of the things that we do. I highly recommend you follow us on Pinterest as well, all at U School Explorers. So that way you have all the different inspiration from the sight words and phonics boards that I have. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have found it useful because that is my goal for this channel and these videos. If you did so, give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe because I love sharing and I want you a part of this community. See you later. Bye.